Hi Pisces, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T, and I'm getting ready to do your Love TarotScope. And before I do that, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say thank you for those who have liked and subscribed to my channel. And thank you also for people who have taken time out to leave comments. I read all of them, so I really enjoy reading them. Thank you so much. And for those who have ordered readings, I really enjoyed working with you guys. And I'm glad that the readings are helping people. So if you want to order a private reading, there's a link in the description box that will take you to my website. And we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, we've got a new moon solar eclipse coming up in Leo on the 11th, and then a full moon in your sign, Pisces. So, and it's connected to a grand earth trine. It should be great for you. Something is coming to completion, culmination, fruition, you name it. So let's see what the cards have to say, and I'll talk about the astrology later. What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? These cards are old. They're as old as the hills. The Eight of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. The High Priestess. The King of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Four of Cups. The Nine of Wands. The Three of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, you start out August with the Eight of Cups crossed by the Ten of Pentacles. So, with the Eight of Cups, this is a card about moving on, moving away from something that you once cared about. So, it could be a relationship that was once very special to you. There was a lot of love there, but it just was no longer working. And so you're feeling the need to move on to something more meaningful. And this relationship gave you a sense of security, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So there was a lot of money, not just money. This is the wealth card, but it's more than money. It's about feeling like part of a family, feeling content, feeling secure, like you have a happy home, you have an abundant home. And you're thinking about walking away from all that, because even though you had security and abundance, there was something that was missing. And you're in search of that. You're in search of that soulmate connection, or that spiritual connection. So you might be thinking about walking away, and it could be not a relationship, it could also be a career path. You know, a job that you were doing. Maybe you were in this certain job for a long time, and it was very fulfilling, and it brought you a lot of money and security. But now you're feeling like your needs are changing, and you want to do something else. You want to follow more of a spiritual path, or more of a solitary path. And you've worked very hard. The Ten of Wands. In a relationship, you're really carrying the burden. So you could be involved with someone who was a lot of work, who was very draining, or very overwhelming. Like you were just carrying this load. Maybe you were doing all the work in a relationship, and the other person wasn't really doing much. Because you have this Four of Cups here, which is a card of dissatisfaction and boredom. So you're feeling like, I'm not being valued in this relationship. I'm not being appreciated. I'm carrying a heavy burden. I'm doing all the work. And I still, I feel like it's a thankless job. I'm not feeling the gratitude. I'm not feeling appreciated. And so you're contemplating, do I need to look and see what my options are? Maybe I should look out there and see what my options are. Maybe I don't have to stay here and carry this heavy load and work my fingers to the bone and for a thankless job, you know, or a thankless relationship. You have the High Priestess here. This is a card of following things happening behind the scenes. So there could be some undercurrents. Maybe you've got plans that you're not sharing with other people. You've had to keep them quiet. Or maybe you're trusting your intuition, you know, because this High Priestess is like the psychic. It's intuitive. So you and Pisces are very intuitive. Just being born under the sign of Pisces, you have a sixth sense about people and situations. You can just read anybody. You're kind of like Scorpio in that way. Scorpios and Pisces are very intuitive. And so you're following your internal guidance. This is a card of like, listen to that little voice inside of you. So there's a voice that's calling you, that's telling you, you know, maybe you need to move on. Maybe you need to go in this direction. Listen to that voice. Trust your instincts. I mean, there might be things that might be changing. You might be sensing subtle changes in the scene around that you're involved in, either in a relationship or a work situation. And you know, you're kind of thinking, maybe I need to get out now while I still can, or something. I don't know. I'm getting that feeling. So now you have this King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The King of Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign coming into the future. Or you may want to connect with an earth sign in some fashion. Or the King of Pentacles can be someone who deals with money or land. Like if you're needing to get a business loan, or if you're buying or selling property. It could also be an entrepreneur. Like maybe you're thinking, hey, maybe I need to open up my own business or do something where I can work for myself. If you're connecting with the King of Pentacles as a person, as a potential partner, he or she is someone who's very down to earth. Could be an earth sign like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But someone who cares very much about family, who cares very much about material possessions. This person could have money because his possessions and his money make him feel secure. That's what makes him feel safe. I've got a house, I got a roof over my head, I've got money in the bank, I'm doing good. You know, so some people find their security in other ways, but the Pentacles, the earth people, they want to have money in the bank. They want to know they have a roof over their head, they have food on the table, food in the refrigerator. And everything, I mean, the world could be blowing up outside them, but if they have that, they feel safe. And so you have this Knight of Swords here. It could be that someone's presenting something to you. This is a card of quick departure or quick arrival. Like something is happening and it's happening quickly. So someone may come into your life quickly and offer you something, because you have the cup here coming out of the cloud. And you're not sure you want to accept it. This person has hasty, and you might feel like, oh, they're just pushing me. They're, wanting me to make a decision. They want to rush me into this decision. I don't know if I want to rush into this decision. It could involve real estate or some kind of financial transaction. And you want to give it some thought. You want to think about it. And it could also involve a partnership, because you have the Three of Wands here. And you're thinking, well, where's this going to go? If I get involved with this person, am I going to profit by it? Is it going to be a waste of my energy? Am I going to be happy with this new situation? So you're sitting on the fence here with the Four of Cups. You're not happy with your current situation, but you're really not really ready to change it either. But you are contemplating. You're at the stage of contemplation. Because with these two tens, something is coming to an end, especially with the full moon in Pisces. A cycle is ending. And it may be culminating in abundance, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here. And with the Grand Earth Trine coming up, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Something is coming to completion, and it's bringing you abundance. And now you're thinking, okay, what's next? Where do I go now? Where do I go from here? So it could be that you decide to make a sudden departure. Like, hey, maybe I need to just, quit this job or end this relationship and move on to something else. There could be someone from the past. We're in this Mercury retrograde cycle. Someone from the past could come back, and you have to deal with them. This is a card of, you thought something was done, was over, and now you have to deal with it again. So there could be some problem that you thought was resolved that comes up again to be dealt with. And you have to defend yourself. You have to stand your ground. And you're kind of battle weary because you have this 10 of Wands, like, you know, you've been, and with the 9 of Wands, like, I've been struggling with this problem for so long, either struggling with this relationship, struggling with this work situation, whatever the conflict is, or even just trying to achieve a goal. You've been working towards something for so long. You're like, I just want to quit. I just want to give up. I'm not seeing the results. I just want to give up. But you will see results. You have the 3 of Wands here. This is in your wish fulfillment. And you have the Knight of Pentacles, which means it's a card of like not being afraid to do the work to get where you want to go. You know, because a lot of people, they put in a lot of effort to something and they think it's going to be an overnight success. And then when it's not, they go, oh, well, this failed. Let me start over. Let me quit. And it's the people who really succeed are the people that hang in there. So maybe what this card is saying is you need to hang in there and give it just one last push. Don't quit now. You're so close. It's like you're so close to achieving your goal. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They give up just before they were about to, you know, profit. It's like when you're at a slot machine and you've been there for 2 hours and you say, oh, the hell with this machine, you know, and you walk away and then somebody else puts a coin in and wins the jackpot, you know. So you're like, it's like that. You have to just hang in there because you're about ready to hit the jackpot. The 10 of Pentacles. You just have to give it, you know, a little bit more energy, have a little bit more patience because the ships are coming in. I don't know if you could see this, but this is the card, the imagery of this card is a merchant who has sent his ships out to sell goods or to buy goods, and now he's waiting for the ships to come back, and the ships are coming back. He's seeing them. He's on the cliff watching the ships come back, and they're loaded with goods. So your ships are coming in. Don't give up on a dream, and don't give up on your goal too soon. All it needs is a little bit more work, because that's what this Knight of Pentacles is about. It's about working, not being afraid to put the energy and the effort in, and knowing that eventually you're going to get the reward. If you're in a new relationship, which it's possible that you could be meeting someone, this could be a new relationship, either that or a business partnership, one or the other. It has the potential to be something that will be very stable and will bring you a sense of security, something that, like, you know that this person is going to be there for you. You know that this partnership is going to last. Even though it may have happened suddenly. So you might have, and you might even be in a relationship and then someone, you know, comes in to try and disrupt it. And you have to kind of deal with that energy. So there could be an air sign that comes into your life suddenly and causes you to pause and consider. The air sign could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But I think you're going to eventually wind up with the Pentacles, with the Earth sign, or with the person who's more stable, who's more down to earth, and less, who has less this impatient, rushing energy. You want to be with someone who's calm and collected, and someone who's stable and who's there for you. And you can have that. Don't be distracted by this energy of the Knight of Swords, who is, you know, quick to jump in your life and quick to leave your life. You know, you don't want to jeopardize your security over something like that. So let's see what the astrology is saying for Pisces for August. You have a new moon in your 6th house, and it's connected with Mercury. It's conjunct Mercury. Jupiter's in your 9th house, trining Neptune in the 1st. So you have Neptune, it's in its own sign, its home, and it's in your 1st house. So on the one hand, you're very, you know, dreamy and intuitive. It brings intuition. I mean, your intuition is strong. Trust those feelings. But you're kind of trying on a lot of things for size right now, and you might be confusing to others. When Neptune's in the 1st house, people don't always, they can't see you. They can't get you, you know. because you're like a chameleon. Like today you're doing this thing and tomorrow you're doing something else. And like, but just yesterday you were doing this, now you're doing that. You're just, experimenting. So don't let them worry you. With the new moon in the 6th house, that could be a new beginning in employment. You could have a new job or new conditions at work. Mercury there, you're communicating. It could also be a health issue. You decide to take up a new diet program or exercise program. You're taking better care of your health. You have a chance to make a new beginning in the way you take care of yourself. And also in the way you relate to coworkers. You might be communicating more. Maybe before you kept your thoughts to yourself, or you kept your ideas to yourself, and now you're not, you're kind of trying something new. You're, expressing yourself more, especially when the new moon is in Leo. You need to speak your truth. You need to get it out there. Pluto is going through the 11th house, so you could have some conflicts with groups that you belong to, or friendships, because maybe your friends and the groups that you belong to, they don't understand the new you, this new Neptune. You're going to be you're changing, and you may get some pushback. That's why you have to stand up for yourself. This is a card of defending your beliefs, defending your ideas. So, but don't worry, Jupiter trine Neptune. Jupiter's your friend, and Neptune is working for you. So you may want to take some time out to meditate. Do some type of spiritual practice that can help clear your head and help you, listen to that inner voice. So the full moon is in your sign, and it's in your 1st house. So if you've been working on any self-improvement thing, for your health, or taking better care of yourself, changing your image in some way, it's coming to completion. Like the project, if you were your own project, like I'm going to work on me, I'm going to take better care of my health, I'm going to change the way I dress, I present myself to the world. You may be finishing up something by the end of this moon, or you're going to be unveiling something at the end of this moon, like the new you. It's affecting your partnership, so there could be either an ending to a partnership or taking a partnership to the next level, where you decide to commit and get engaged, get married, whatever. It's like a culmination. And Saturn in the 11th, here's where the grand earth trine comes. 7, 11, you have the sun in the 7th, Saturn in the 11th, and Uranus in the 3rd. So the 3rd house has to do with communication, travel, short distance travel. You could be finishing up some type of communication project, and it brings in abundance, more, money. You could also be establishing like yourself with Saturn in the 11th. You're forming friendships, or you're joining groups that you will be with for a long time. They may be a little bit conservative, like you may be dealing with people that are older or younger, and very kind of conservative. But it's a stable relationship. You might be, with Saturn in the 11th, you might be having friends that are Capricorn, or friends that are in some position of authority. You're making friends with authority, or you're joining like a leadership group or something like that. And you're working with leaders to benefit society in some way. And whatever project you're working on is coming to completion, and it's giving you recognition, and people are seeing you in a different light. Venus in the 8th, if you're looking for funding for your projects, or for Venus in the 8th can bring money from the outside, from others, support, financial support. It can also bring intimacy, because the 8th house is the house of intimacy. And Venus there, if you have a partner, if you're married, your partner may be making more money, because Venus in the 8th house rules the partner's money. Or if you're working for a company, the company is getting more money somehow. Somehow money comes, some kind of funding or some kind of money that allows you to move in a different direction, that allows you to finish something that's dear to your heart. And it's opening you up also for greater intimacy. But something about this project, let's see, where's Pluto? Something about this project, you may have some power struggles with some people, because Pluto and Venus are square. And it's affecting, so Venus is in your 8th and Pluto's in your 11th. So there could be some power struggles with groups that you belong to over money. Who pays for what? You know, if the money comes in, who gets how much does each person get? Maybe they have different ideas of how the money should be spent. Maybe your friends don't approve of your new relationship. They think, you know, so you just have to defend yourself. You have to defend your choices, defend your decisions, and stand your ground. You've been working really hard for this. You don't want to screw up now. So overall, I think it looks good. I think that you're going to be doing okay financially. And you're going to be able to achieve a goal that you've been working toward for a long time. Whether that's forming a partnership that's very important to you, that's going to bring stability and abundance to your life, or achieving a career goal that's going to give you greater recognition in your community. So that's my forecast, Pisces, for August. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you want a private reading, you can just click on the link, as I said before. And just enjoy August. And welcome the abundance that's coming. Embrace this grand earth trine. Take action toward a dream. Toward, you know, wrapping things up. Wrap up your projects. And then that way you can move on to something new that's really, that means a lot to you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.